Welcome to Chapter 9, Expanding Markets and Moving West, our preview for Section 4, the War with Mexico. The main idea, tensions over the United States annexation of Texas led to war with Mexico, which resulted in huge territorial gains for the United States. Why this matters now: at the time, the United States has achieved its goal of expanding across the continent from east to west, with the territories gained literally had land from east to west. Terms and names from Section 4. Republic of California, nation declared by American settlers after defeating Mexicans. Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. This is the treaty ending the war with Mexico. The Gadsden Purchase, purchase of land from Mexico in 1853 that established the present United States-Mexico boundary. 49ers, people who came to California in 1849 in search of gold. Gold Rush, movement of people to a place in which gold has been discovered. James K. Polk was the 11th President of the United States. Zachary Taylor, American general in war with Mexico and the 12th President of the United States. Stephen Kearny, American general in the war with Mexico. And Winfield Scott, American general in the war with Mexico. Let's take a look at the section objectives. We have an idea of what we're going to explore and discover in this section. At the end of our exploration, I should be able to summarize the conflicting attitudes of waging war with Mexico. I should be able to describe key battles that helped the United States win the war with Mexico. I should be able to identify U.S. territories gained from Mexico, and I should be able to explain the impact of the discovery of gold in California on the development of the West. So let's take a look at each of these objectives in more detail as part of our preview for Section 4. We're going to begin with the war with Mexico. And why did President Polk want war? Well, the United States annexation of Texas increased tensions with Mexico. The United States President James K. Polk wanted a war with Mexico. He believed that a war would bring the United States even more Mexican lands, such as California and New Mexico. So Polk decided to provoke a war. He ordered General Zachary Taylor to lead the United States Army to block the Rio Grande River. Mexico viewed this this action as a violation of its territorial rights. So the two countries then moved closer to war. Americans were divided about going to war with Mexico. Southerners were opposed to the war. However, once they learned that slavery might be extended to any new lands acquired from Mexico, they supported the war. Northerners did not want to see any slavery extended. As a result, they opposed going to war to acquire new lands. Now, what sparked the war? Well, in 1845, Americans sent an exploration party into California. Mexicans were angered by this invasion into their territory, and as a result, Mexico sent troops across the Rio Grande into Texas. A skirmish broke out. The Americans killed 11 American soldiers. Polk asked Congress to declare war. Congress granted the request and declared war. The United States Army was led by Colonel Stephen Kearny. He marched his troops into Santa Fe, New Mexico. U.S. forces took the area without firing a single shot. New Mexico immediately asked to join the United States. Kearny's troops then moved into California. American settlers there had already declared their independence. They set up the Republic of California. American troops easily took control of California. American troops also pushed into Mexico. One military victory followed another. Mexican soldiers gallantly defended their home soil. However, their army labored under poor leadership, while U.S. soldiers served under capable leaders. They included General Zachary Taylor and General Winfield Scott. Taylor captured Monterey and won against Santa Anna at Buena Vista. Scott captured the port of Veracruz and then took Mexico City, the capital. So now what happened as a result of this? America claims the spoils of war, the California Gold Rush. In 1848, Mexico and the United States signed the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, ending the war. Under the treaty, a defeated Mexico handed much of its northern land to the United States. This land included present-day California, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, most of Arizona, and parts of Colorado and Wyoming. As a result of its war with Mexico, the United States grew by 1/3. 5 years later, in 1853, the United States bought more land from Mexico. This deal was known as the Gadsden Purchase. This set the current borders of the lower 48 states. Due to poor health, Polk declined to run for re-election in 1848. The Democrats nominated Lewis Cass. They remained silent on the issue of extending slavery to the nation's vast new holdings. A group of anti-slavery Democrats nominated Martin Van Buren. Van Buren captured 10% of the popular vote, but no electoral votes. The winner was the Whig nominee, war hero Zachary Taylor. In 1848, American settlers discovered gold in California. Thousands of people streamed into California in search for gold. These settlers were known as 49ers. This mass migration became known as the Great Gold Rush. And as a result of the gold rush, California's population exploded. San Francisco became a boom town. By 1849, California's population exceeded 100,000 people. California had a diverse population including Chinese, Mexicans, freed blacks. California applied for statehood as a state that outlawed slavery. California's application for statehood provoked much debate in Congress. It became just one more sore point between Northerners and Southerners, each intent on winning the argument over slavery. And this concludes our review of Section 4, the War with Mexico.